Peace, family. This is Dr. Kia Pruitt. It is Friday, December 10th, and ooh, child, so much is going on. I just had to come back, even though I was just here on yesterday. Now, let's recap some of the things we talked about on yesterday. I hope y'all can hear me. It is so sunny here in Florida. Yes, it's so amazing. Oh, so yesterday we talked about Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe covertly announced that they are sovereign when they said that the president said he is now open for business, right? So they created their own stock exchange, and he is putting out a call for international and local investors to come and invest in a wonderful country of Zimbabwe the Great. So that's excellent news. We also have heard some rumors that Iraq may be going sovereign soon. Now, I don't know. I don't have anything official on there, but I heard that soon their Iraqi dinar will be trading on the Forex. And I've heard rates are going up as much as $11. So my intel told me a long time ago that it would be 100 to 150. The rate would be. And of course, people said I was crazy because that was way back when it was just like less than a penny. But, you know, usually, you know, I'm close to right if I'm not right. So that's what we talked about yesterday. We talked about the Queen being sick. We didn't mention that the Pope was sick and allegedly he's dying. So all this stuff is going on, you guys. The Evergrande bond, the Chinese Evergrande bond officially defaulted yesterday. So much is going on. And on the same day, Reggie Middleton was officially granted his patent. Now, Reggie Middleton is the person who, I think it was about 2013, somewhere between 2013 to 2015, who created his own method of trading or bartering that was decentralized. And of course, the government did not like that. The United States government did not like that. They tried to bash him. They tried to make him look bad. They tried not to give him his patent, but it was awarded to him on yesterday. So much is going on. And this is the same time the Evergrande bond crashed or defaulted. Now, I told you all in my video on September the 7th, I created it on the 6th during a Hebrew holy day and posted it on the 7th, that when the Evergrande bond defaulted, because back then they were saying it was in trouble, I said it's going to default. And when it does default, then all financial markets that are connected to the CCP, they're all going to crash. Now, we know that the whole world is connected to the CCP, the Chinese Communist Party. And we definitely know America is, because Secretary of State Pompeo told us February 8th, 2020, when he was at the Governor's Council or conference, he said, I know that you all have sold out your states. Most of you, or many of you, have sold out your states to the Communist Party, and I've got my eyes on you. So what's new? Now that we know that Queen Elizabeth is sick and dying, of course she had to come back and say she returned to work and she's easing the nation's worries about her health. Look, Queen, you're 95 years old. We're done with you. We're tired. You're gone. The Pope is gone. Or almost gone. For those who are not in the know. For those in the know, we know they've been gone. But let's play along. You're gone. It's over. It's a wrap. You all, I've been saying this since 2017. 209 countries agreed to go sovereign and to leave the grips of the Communist Chinese Party and the New World Order. It's over. Oh, speaking of sovereignty, Governor DeSantis wants to create a state militia using taxpayer dollars. Look, if what you're going to create is going to protect me from the federal government, the feds, who really is the Chinese Communist Party, then DeSantis, do all you can, because you're good in our book. We love you. Listen, so let me just read this article briefly. The state military branch would answer to the governor, and that is concerning some people, while others said it's needed. And it's not out of the ordinary. Florida had its own militia during World War II, which began in 1941 and disbanded in 1947 and hasn't been needed since then. The state militia would be made up of 200 volunteers, and said veteran Bud Boyer, a Navy veteran. He said he'd join if he wasn't so old. He and other volunteers would serve alongside the National Guard during a crisis, right? Because we've had natural disasters, and not just Florida, but other states, and they had to wait on the federal government. Can I call up Louisiana? Hello, during Hurricane Katrina. Do you remember we were waiting on the federal government for that? And what happened? The president was reading a book upside down, to some children in a classroom and didn't seem to be moved one bit, and they sat there waiting forever. That's not going to happen in Florida. And what's interesting is 22 other states already have their own militia. This is actually constitutional. That's what I keep telling people. That's even what I told people who were classified as black, who were saying, the police are so bad, blah, 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 defund the police. I said, if you're not happy with the police, you can protect your own communities by establishing a militia. I even took lawyers to task on that who were supporting this defund the police idea. I'm not supporting defund the police. I support what my president Donald Trump said. We can re-educate them for now until we completely do away with that type of system, and then we can recreate another system. And that's what our governor is doing in the state of Florida. You know I'm always in a hurry. I apologize for that. Oh, ooh, child. Let me tell you, Senate votes to nix Biden's vaccine mandate for businesses. Hey, the vaccine mandate paradigm, the vaccine paradigm is ending. It's crashing. It's ending right along with the financial system and the global markets. Hallelujah. Look, it's my job to encourage y'all. I don't care what other people say. They're going to give you doom and gloom news. I'm going to give you something that's going to make you see that the Creator is on your side and working on your behalf and will liberate humanity. What else is going on? Yesterday we heard Jussie Smollett was convicted of staging hate crime and lying to the cops. Y'all know Jussie Smollett, who's an actor of that movie called Empire. He said that two Trump-loving people came and put a noose around his neck and tried to kill him, just in case I have kids listening. But yeah, we who are in the know, we thought that was a little fishy because the left likes to play these narratives out that Trump supporters, they're doing so much damage, or or we need to create a race riot because there's so much trouble going on between the races. Listen, that whole paradigm of racism, discrimination, hate, it's over. We won't stand for it because we are uniting as one to fight the powers that be. That's not a color. It's not necessarily a human being even. Wait till that news comes out that there are actually extraterrestrials that have come on the planet to enslave the planet. Okay, ooh, child, I gotta leave this one for last. What else? The Vatican preps for conclave as the Pope is dying. The brief article is behind a paywall, but the $1 immediate access fee will be affordable for most, blah, blah, blah. Gizzy wrote on Newsmax. A secretary of one of the most powerful Vatican cardinals told him straightforwardly, Pope Francis is dying. Furthermore, Gizzy asserts that sources inside the Vatican do not expect him to see the end of next year, and they are in pre-conclave mode. Let me tell you something, hunty. Y'all need to look up pro proprio. The Pope had declared that all this whole system was over anyway in 2012 in his letter that he wrote to President Obama. And it was actually Grand Sheikh Taj Tariq El Bey from the Moors who taught us this, that motu proprio was set in motion a long time ago. So the Pope's position was over. And in the motu proprio letter, when he said the whole system must crash and come down, and the fake United States Incorporated and federal government and the Federal Reserve has to end. He said all lawyers, all judges, all of that must stop because they all work for the Pope and the Queen. That's why under NESARA, watch my NESARA videos, they all must be retrained in constitutional law. So yeah, he's a goner. Let me tell you, these are important markers. This is how you know this system is crashing soon. I'm looking for something to happen like by the end of December, like maybe even by Christmas, child. Ooh, I got this one from Bix Weir, Bixweir, child. He got this channel called Road to Ruta. Listen, let me tell you what he said. He said, silver alert, the CFTC silver regulators abruptly quit, leaving only one. Let me read what he says. Go to Road, R-O-A-D, to Ruta, ROOTA.com, and you can see this article. It's one of his blogs, or you can look on YouTube under Bix Weir or Road to Ruta and look at this. Silver alert, CFTC silver regulators abruptly quit. What does that mean when the regulators of silver quit? Because we know they're rigging the markets. We know they're lying about the value and the prices of silver and gold. We know they suppress the prices, and that's why J.P. Morgan was charged and fined with $920 million for rigging the markets, for suppressing the prices of silver. Right now, that's nothing for them, but at least we know what they've been up to. CFTC Don DeBerry Stump just quit the CFTC, leaving only one. Rostin Berman says, Mr. I Tamp Down Silver. Big Square called him Mr. I Tamp Down Silver. That's the only one that's left. Rostin Berman. So he admitted to tamping down the prices of silver. So people keep asking me, how do you know the silver is going to go up? How do you know? Because it's dropping. That's because you have people who are regulating it, stamping the prices down, like somebody from the CTFC called Rostin Berman. He admitted it, child. This news is getting so juicy. Let's see. 1 year into the Biden administration, and there are still 0 appointments to the 5 CFTC commissioner positions, leaving only one. The temporary commissioner left. Now, Big Square says, I wonder how he will vote on the silver price manipulation. So there's only one left, and there's supposed to be 5. What's going on with the CFTC? Child, we're going to have to look that up, right? Now, I know I'm always going quickly, but there's so much going on. Okay, this is the last thing I want to talk about before I head out of here. Exclusive IMF. 10 countries simulate a cyber attack on global financial system. Did you hear that? 10 countries simulate. Why would you simulate a cyber attack on a global financial system unless you intend to hit the global financial system with a cyber attack? Maybe they're telling us ahead what they're going to do. This was in Jerusalem, December 9th. Reuters. You can go to Reuters, Reuters. Listen. Israel on December led a 10-country simulation of a major cyber attack on the global financial system in an attempt to increase cooperation that could help to minimize any potential damage to financial markets and banks. So maybe they're going to do a cyber attack, and maybe that's what's going to crash all the financial systems across the globe, and thus putting us back on a gold standard, creating a new system. I don't know. Those are just my words. That's my commentary. The simulated cyber attack evolved over 10 days, with sensitive data emerging on the dark web, along with fake news reports that ultimately caused chaos in the global markets and a run on the banks. Are they telling us we need to make a run on the banks before they do this? I'm just saying. The simulation featured several types of attacks that impacted global foreign exchange and bond markets, liquidity, integrity of data, and transactions between importers and exporters. These events are creating havoc in the financial markets, said a narrator of a film shown to the participants as part of the simulation and seen by Reuters. Israeli governor officials said that such threats are possible in the wake of the many high-profile cyber attacks on large companies, and that the only way to contain any damage is through global cooperation, since current cybersecurity is not always strong enough. Attackers are 10 steps ahead of the defender, Misha Weiss said. Participants in this initiative called Collective Strength included Treasury officials from Israel, the United States, the UK, United Arab Emirates, Australia, Switzerland, Germany, Italy, and the Netherlands, and Thailand, as well as representatives from the International Monetary Fund, World Bank, and the Bank of International Settlements. The narrator of the film in the simulation said governments were under pressure to clarify the impact of the attack, which was paralyzing the global financial system. The banks are appealing for emergency liquidity assistance in a multitude of currencies to put a halt to the chaos as counterparts withdraw their funds and limit access to liquidity, leaving the banks in disarray and ruin, the narrator said. I advise you to check out this article on Reuters, or just Google it. Let me see what title you can Google. Google the title Exclusive IMF 10 countries simulate a cyber attack on the global financial system. Listen, this is serious, family. There will be a stock market crash. I've been saying this for years. And so have other people been saying this for years. The stock market has to crash. The global financial system has to crash, because you have to do away with the old system to go back on a new system. God's money, real money, is gold and silver. Constitutional money is gold and silver and precious metals. So we're moving into a new era. I've been saying it since, 2017, that President Donald Trump was brought on board to take down the old system, the new world order system, to take down the Federal Reserve, the banking system, to do away with the IRS. Somebody came to me and said, "Oh no, NESARA is fake, blah blah blah." Well, but I'm watching countries become sovereign right in front of my eyes, and states become sovereign. I'm watching states return to gold and silver, or making gold and silver legal tender. So listen, I'm only reporting the good news for those who are listening out for good news. For those who desire to be encouraged, be encouraged. Our time has come. The old world system has been done away with. Now, when you know that and look, you can look through different sets of eyes. Although all this so-called chaos is going on around you, you can be operating in the fifth dimension like I am right now. So I encourage you to listen to uplifting videos, to raise your vibrations, to focus on good music, maybe watch a comedy or do something happy before you go to bed so you can have pleasant dreams. Take monatomic gold, take colloidal silver and colloidal gold, and look at my video called The Case for Silver, and I'll talk about why those are important. Eat lots of live fruits and vegetables. Drink lots of clean water, and your vibrations will high. Your frequency will be amazing, and you will only see the good. And even if you see some darkness, you can see the light, right? Because behind every dark cloud, there's a silver lining. What did President Trump say? Gold is the standard, but silver linings are great too. I love you. I'm out. I'm excited. Let's all be excited. Our change has come, and the best is yet to come. Mwah! Peace. Talk to you later on. Bye. Dr. Kia signing out.